Today we're back in Pakistan for a bit of train surfing and to ride what is definitely the weirdest train in the country. This unassuming sleeper train houses a big secret, a premium dining restaurant serving a wide variety of delicious, freshly cooked food. There's also a beautiful sunrise seen from the fully opening doors, so let's go and check it all out together. Pakistan had been high on my travel bucket list to visit for a very long time. There are some epic landscapes and stunning historical sites to behold, and all pretty much empty of tourists. Most people were surprised when I said how much I enjoyed travelling here, but it is such a friendly country and I honestly didn't feel unsafe at any time. And then there's unique experiences like this too, an ad hoc cab ride and a bit of train surfing through Karachi city centre. There's some very lax attitudes to health and safety here, and you can just jump on a loco and be welcomed by the staff and locals. Oh, and did I mention it was amazing fun? Later on that day, we're back at Karachi City Station, right in the heart of Pakistan's largest city, which is home to over 20 million people. It's also safe to say that this station, which originally dates back to 1864, is well past its glory days. A staff ticket office can be found on the left side as you walk in, and honestly, not a lot else. Tonight we'll be taking the 25 up service, which departs at 6:50 p.m. from Karachi, northbound to Multan, around halfway to Islamabad. As well as numbers, all long-distance trains in Pakistan have names, with ours being the Bahauddin Zakaria Express, named after a 12th century Muslim scholar, saint and poet. The security is also not the strictest. On the platform are a couple of little snack and drink shops, a stray dog, some soldiers, and the local postman getting ready to load up our train. Speaking of our train, it reverses into the platform around 20 minutes before scheduled departure time. This is formed of a generator coach, the premium dining coach and one business class coach where we'll be travelling today. The rest of the train is AC standard and economy class accommodation with a total length of around 20 coaches. Hauling us for the whole trip will be this Pakistan Railways AGE 30 diesel locomotive. These have a power output of 2,240 kilowatts and a top speed of 122 kilometers per hour. Being a full-time traveller, one of the biggest problems I encounter is staying connected in every new country I visit. Sometimes I cross 2 or even 3 borders in a single day within Europe, and even the simplest tasks like booking an Uber to my hotel can be a mission if I don't have mobile data. That's why I've recently partnered with Holofly, the leading eSIM provider who cover over 200 destinations worldwide and have been trusted by over 10 million travellers, just like me and you. Now, the main way Holofly differ from other eSIM providers is they offer unlimited data plans, and you can select the exact amount of days you need. No more buying month-long plans for a 7-day trip, and absolutely no hidden costs. You can either select an eSIM for a specific country, one of Holofly's 11 regional plans, or my personal favourite, their global data plan, which covers 113 countries from under $4 per day. Remember, these are all with unlimited data. I'm sure you'll love Holofly as much as I do, but for added peace of mind, they offer 24/7 online support by WhatsApp and web chat, and a flexible refund policy on any unused or unactivated eSIM. Holofly are offering my viewers a special deal of 5% off every eSIM. Just click the link above or in the description below and use code NONSTOPEurotrip at checkout and grab yours today. A huge thanks to Holofly for partnering with me on this video.
Six.
I head to the only business class coach on the train, which was labelled number 5, despite my ticket saying number 6. After around a minute of discussion between these 5 staff members, I was allowed to board and shown to my compartment by one of the guys. There are no accessible facilities on this train whatsoever. We've booked sole occupancy of this 6-bed business class room for tonight. It's far from luxurious, but how bad can it be? Let's check out tonight's northbound route from Karachi up the Indus Valley, making over 20 intermediate stops and arriving in Multan tomorrow lunchtime. We depart Karachi city station pretty much on time, just after 6:50 PM. The full route is 928 kilometres and is scheduled to take 16 hours and 40 minutes of travel time, arriving at 1 PM tomorrow. I will just say, don't plan any tight connections though. To get this private business class compartment, we had to buy all 6 beds in the room. One adult ticket costs 6,300 Pakistani rupees, but you can buy any unused beds as child tickets at a 50% discount. Still, this is well worth doing if there's 2 or 3 of you travelling, and not too expensive. We spend the first 10 minutes or so passing through the city centre, before calling at Karachi Cant, the main station in the city, where most of the passengers join. Now we're on the move, and it's dark, very dark in the room in fact, because the light is broken. And in fairness to the train staff, they had it fixed within about 10 minutes of asking. Bedding is not available, however you can rent a small pillow for 100 Pakistani rupees. I'm not sure if this is an official service though. Normally at this time I'd do the room tour, however as it's quite dark and I'm quite hungry, I'm going to head to the flagship feature of this train, the premium lounge and restaurant coach, which is just one down from mine. And it looks absolutely fantastic, totally out of place on this train, but I'll sure be making good use of it. There is a comprehensive menu of many types of cuisine, including Western options and mocktails. I went for the chicken handy, a couple of regular naans and a fresh orange juice. The total price was 1,750 rupees, which was reasonable, and it was honestly very delicious. On the way back to my room, let's check out the toilets. There are 2 in every coach, with one being squatty potty and the other one Western style. I'm not sure which was better, or worse in this case. They were both absolutely filthy and had no soap or toilet paper, but hey, at least the water worked. One must-bring item on trains in this part of the world: hand sanitizer. Heading back to my room now to settle in for the night, and I found I had a friend who wanted to sleep with me. After swiftly evicting him and his friend from my pillow, and with my feet on the luggage rack by the door as I was too long for the bed, I tried to get some sleep. Good morning! After about 7 hours of broken sleep, due to the pretty bad ride quality, I awake around 6 AM to one of the most beautiful sunrises I've ever had the pleasure to witness from a train. These stunning yet very moody views are made even better by being able to appreciate them through the fully open doors. Pakistan's railway network is a total length of 7,789 kilometres of 1,676mm gauge track. Only around 15% of this is double tracked though. One of our first stops this morning is at Rahim Yar Khan in the Punjab province and home to around 500,000 people. Nearby stands the remains of the Patan Minara monastery, which dates back nearly 2,300 years and was part of a much larger ancient settlement along the Gagar Hakra river. It's at this point I also noticed that we are running over an hour late, but oh well, never mind. Many food vendors also roam the train, so I grabbed a coffee for 100 rupees. If you want to check out my review on board Pakistan's flagship daytime train service, the Green Line Express, then click the link above now. The weather has turned very misty now, so let's have a look at the room in more detail before we head down to breakfast. These 6-berth compartments seem okay, as long as you don't have any uninvited bugs within. The door can be locked, but from the inside only. Next to this are the switches for the room lights, fan and attendant call bell. There is a shelf above the window, and the top bunks are fixed while the middle ones fold away. Luggage can be stored underneath the bottom bunks or in the luggage racks by the door. This is also the ladder to get up top. The beds themselves are fairly well padded, and so are the backrests. The pillow was also fine, but nothing special. There is a large fixed table with a couple of drinks holders next to it. Underneath is the room's only power, 2 USB-A ports, a missing dustbin, and a volume adjustment switch which didn't do anything. Each bunk has personal reading lights, but these only worked when it was dark. The window has full-length blackout blinds. Overall, a pretty standard sleeper room, certainly not what I'd describe as business class though. It could do with a deep clean, and sheets should definitely be provided in my opinion. Okay, breakfast time. There was a small hot selection, some cereals, bread and cucumber water. I also had a coffee with some biscuits. This all cost 999 Pakistani rupees. The other accommodations on the train are all in open dorm style. This one is AC standard. There is little space, zero privacy, and I can only imagine the heat and smells in here if it's packed. Economy is in the same layout, but with no AC, just opening windows and fans. The price is cheap though, less than half what one bed is in business class. If you want ad-free early access to every video, great perks and to help me do bigger and better reviews, then become a channel member from just £1.99 per month. Just click the link above now or the join button in every video. Thank you! We are now approaching the most impressive structure on this route, the 650 metre, 8-section Empress Bridge over the Sutlej River. This impressive colonial-era structure dates back to 1878 and was the penultimate link in the full Karachi to Lahore railway corridor. The worst rail disaster in Pakistan's history happened on this service in 1990. Near to Sukur village in the Sindh province, some points were incorrectly set and the Bahauddin Zakaria Express careered into a 67-car freight train. 307 people sadly lost their lives that fateful day. For much of this trip, we travel at between 90 and 110 km per hour, and honestly, that is plenty fast enough. As I said before, this train certainly isn't going to win any awards for ride comfort, but that is probably mostly to do with the track quality. I find it absolutely fascinating passing through settlements both large and small, and just getting a fleeting glimpse of regular people just living their lives both near to, and sometimes quite literally on the railway. We are now approaching the end of today's journey, so let me summarise this trip from Karachi to Multan with Pakistan Railways on the Bahauddin Zakaria Express. Well, it was certainly an experience. Definitely not all good, but a trip I will remember for a long time. This morning's amazing sunrise and the premium lounge restaurant were definitely the highlights. It's quite strange that this is not on a flagship service such as the Green Line Express, but maybe that's the future plan? It's a shame that no bedding is included. The train is pretty filthy, especially the toilets, and there were even bugs in my compartment. However, the staff were friendly, and overall it was good value. So if you're looking for a different kind of adventure to travel between Multan and Karachi, then this is definitely it. We finally arrive at Multan Kant around 1.5 hours late, just after 1 PM. Have you been on any trains in Pakistan before? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to new video ideas, so if you have something you'd like to see on the channel, then drop me a DM on Instagram, Blue Sky or Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.